So I'm out here in the shop again today, and I planned on taking today off, but the old ball and chain had me working anyway. So let me get her in here and put her to work doing what? So let me get her in here so she can tell me what I have to do and what she's doing.
Okay, today we're making a special sign. We had a friend of ours stop in and ask for a sign for his wife. She lost her mother, so it makes it extra special, and wanted a in loving memory sign done for her. Just a quick lesson: when people come up to you, ask a lot of questions, because I've been stuck on this for a week because I didn't ask necessarily how he wanted it done, what materials he wanted. So ideas have just been running through my head. All he said was a round sign that said in loving memory, that he could put a picture in the middle. So I didn't ask about engravings. I kind of guessed on that. Every morning I woke up and I would have an idea, oh, we'll do acrylic or wood, raised up, sunk in, everything. By that evening, I would change my mind. I've finally made up my mind. And if he doesn't like it, of course, we'll remake it. It's a special project. I understand that. We're just going off my vision today. So I've started it. Like I said, I've been going back and forth. So I have a round. I have stained it a dark, I think it's espresso.
Yeah, espresso.
And I've masked it so that we can put it in the laser and the stain won't be ruined by the engraving. So we will get this over to the laser and be back to we're gonna do epoxy today. That's what I settled on. So we'll see you in a minute.
All right, see you at the laser.
So I've already in Lightburn designed the engravings. If you would like to see more of a video on that, I'm going to go really fast today, but we can put it in the comments and we can do one later. All right, now I'm going to upload our image. Now I've changed my mind from when I designed this, so we got to do some adjusting. So now what we're going to do is place our round in the laser.
Did you find the center already?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So we got the round set in the middle. I'm going to raise the bed up to get our focus. What I like to do, fire the laser one time, make sure I'm right in the middle.
frame it just to make sure.
That's the square frame. If you do the other one, it'll go around it.
All right, that looks good. So now we're gonna start the engraving. We are fresh off the laser, and this is what we have. Now I'm just gonna run my squeegee over the masking again, just to make sure it's adhering really good, because you don't want air bubbles so it bleeds. And now we have even more tough decisions to make. We need colors. So, what I have is a whole set of different pigments for us to choose from. And where I didn't ask enough questions, we're gonna wing it. So I'm thinking for the flowers, we will do a white. That'll show up good against our stained wood. And then for the writing, let's do this deep pink. So now we have our epoxy. So we have our two-step epoxy, our hardener and our resin. And we're just gonna fill these up equal parts. Let's start with our epoxy. There we go. And this is our hardener. I'm just going to take a little popsicle stick and mix them together. Okay, now that I've got this all stirred up, I'm going to split it in half again where we do have two colors. That looks good. Now, so on these pigments, you don't need to use a whole lot to start, because then you can play with it to get the right color that you're looking for. There's our pink. We'll get another stick for our white. Okay, I think that looks good. So, all right, so we're gonna take our popsicle stick, put a little bit on it, and just lay it in there And this is one of the reasons we left the masking on, so we can wipe it off. I might have made it too thick because it's not. It's supposed to be self-leveling.
It's a little cup with a heat gun.
Yeah, we might have to. Where it's so cold today, I think we're gonna have to get out the heat gun just to loosen it up. Just add a little heat to get it a little bit warmed up. Oh yeah, you can already see it loosening up. That looks good. We can just clean this up a little bit and then I will show you one last trick. I don't see a lot of air bubbles, but there might be from the mixing. And how you take care of those is you take your heat gun, just run it over, and if you do see any spots that need a little more or a little filling, I see one right here we'll do real quick. Place it in there, move it around. There we go. Run your heat gun over it, make sure there's no air bubbles, and then let it sit for 24 hours. Just to let it fully cure. I think we're gonna have to take this inside just because it's supposed to be cold tonight. But there we go, and we'll see you back tomorrow when we take off the masking and unveil our final project. All right, so we have come back the next day. Everything's fully cured. We are now going to rip off our tape, and hopefully it didn't bleed, because little did we know we forgot a step yesterday. Before I put the epoxy in, I should have sealed the engraving, because sometimes the epoxy will soak into the grain of the wood. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen, but it could. So let's just start off by peeling off our big chunks of masking. We do have a little picker to get the smaller ones, and a fabulous trick with Gorilla tape. And as you can see, I cheated last night and was checking on it. So some of it's already come up a little bit. Ooh, I don't see any bleeding. Just a light sand will take that off. We'll try it on the roses because that's where it's worst. Nope. I'd be a little bit neater with the epoxy. Okay, so our flowers didn't work out. The epoxy we used was just not enough to give it contrast in the engraving. I did sand down the letters a little bit. They became a little dull. We're gonna try to save at least that part and come up with something else for here. And I gotta use my spray can opener. Just gonna put a light coat. It's just a clear gloss. Has UV protectant. There, it brought back the shine to our letters. Now we just gotta figure out something for there. Seeing that our engravings didn't come out the way we wanted, I have taken the engraving, putting it on a little air piece of wood, putting an offset, and we're just gonna glue that in those spots. So they've just come off the laser, and I'm gonna take a little bit of alcohol, just wipe them down. It takes off the little bit of smoke residue or dust that gets on there, cleans them up. There we go. We'll take our Loctite super glue. And place it right over that engraving. And hopefully not be crooked. There we go. Now we're going to just take some of our clear spray acrylic coating, spray it over. I was going to paint it, but I think it looks good natural like that. Okay, we got a nice coat of the clear UV resistant coating. I think I'm liking it. I'm still not, I'm on the fence. But leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I think we're all done. So just like any project, sometimes it just does not come out how you envisioned and you gotta change it up a little bit. I do think the epoxy was a good choice. I just don't think my color choices for that engraving were good. So if you like our project, please like, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll see you next time.